Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving into the lower bracket round of these finals?
This is the semifinals.
Semifinals. Okay, my apologies because I was actually just hopping AFK. Had to clear up something with the LAN center whose computer I'm borrowing for this, but man, we are going right into it. I can hear the countdown. Oh, another ZVZ. This is going to be HTW versus Complexity's goswser. A little bit of deja vu.
Yeah, we're back to a Zerg versus Zerg.
And we do have here spawning on Cloud Kingdom in the bottom left-hand corner. We've seen him before. We'll see him again. He's very, very good, but is he good enough to push on? He is Complexity's goswser, his opponent, and the, again, astoundingly fabulous Pink. He is in the top right, the relative unknown of the tournament. He is HTW, but he, I don't want to say is the reason that this tournament was born, but the concept of him is the reason that this tournament, this league exists. It's like, well, you know, these unknowns, these just weekend college players, you know, these guys that enter little local tournaments or have LAN parties with their buddies in a dorm room, but are just so good. They're like, I want to take it to the next level, and that's why we're here. Now, to note, we are up 1-0 in this series. Whoops. Voodoo. Dude, okay, that should be fun. We are up already 1-0 in this series. goswser did take game number 1. So we're going to have to see if he can lock it into game number 2, which means that this is HTW's map choice.
Yeah, Cloud Kingdom is an interesting map for Zerg versus Zerg. The rush distance isn't as huge as maps like Daybreak or Atlantis Spaceship like we saw before. So Zergling pressure can be pretty effective, you know, before speed and slow roaches and all that. You know, can still get to the base in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, it's not a super long map like, you know, Daybreak might be considered, or Crossbones, Metalopolis, or anything of the sort, but it is, as you said, very, there's a decent range to go. They did both go with that 14-14, although again, goswser going for that gasless expand, whereas HTW is probably going to pick up that speed, and we're going to have to see what kind of a difference that can make.
Yeah, we'll just see if the Speedlings get in there before, you know, before a lot of Zerglings come out for gosh, who is getting gas? For goswser. The Speedlings get in there before the Zerglings and Queens are out in force, then they can do a whole lot of damage because they just get surrounded so very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much surface area, and the Zerglings, if they can get multiple ones of them attacking, they can get that swarm going. Oh, it is death. It is death.
It really is. Those Zerglings nibble just so very quickly.
A little tiny. It's like a bunch of kittens. If kittens were scaly and deadly and made buggy sounds. You know, they run up and they're kind of cute, and one of them starts nibbling at you, like, that's cute, but go away, and you know, you shove it away. And then all his friends come and start nibbling at you, and before long you're dead.
goswser has some pretty keen game sense. He's dropping a spine crawler already. Without scouting the main.
Huh, so he knows the opponent very likely to keep on that aggression, and in fact, HTW keeping those 2 in gas really makes me think Baneling Nest is on the way. I think just going for that speed, of course, is going to set it back. It's one of the things apparently goswser really wanted to go for was super fast Baneling Nest well before speed. Of course, you only need the 50 to drop it.
Well, and this is, you know, pretty typical from goswser as we've seen in this tournament so far. He gets lots of spine crawlers, lots of defensive banelings, just, you know, kind of play that defensive game until you get the, you know, enough roaches, you know, roach infester or even broodlords to push out and just crush your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if he can take his third base here and hold it against the early Speedlings.
Right now the Speedlings out on the map, they are hungry and they are in force and they are going underneath a flying shark. That's one of the neatest things. But goswser does spot them well before they head across. And there's the one spine crawler there, but they're target firing. Oh, good Baneling heads. Yep, that's that. And that's the end of the aggression.
Yeah, a couple banelings, and that spine crawler able to hold everything off there. It's very well played by goswser.
Did get 2 drones, but I don't think that was worth the, what, about 16 15 or so banelings. I mean, it was probably closer to about 10 that were tossed away, but like I said, just kind of tossed away. And now HGW only just now throwing down his baneling nest, and his evolution chamber is following up. I'm not sure what he's doing with all this gas. I mean, he's so gas heavy right now. It's like he could shoot into lair at any time he wanted.
You really could. More likely, we're going to see a whole slew of banelings be morphed, or a roach warren go down, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, he's got 200 gas in the bank now. He'll probably get an upgrade, and then Carapace upgrade. So that's 150 the gas that goes there.
And he's gonna be well primed to go. Nope, never mind. Morphing some banelings. I was gonna say he's gonna be well primed to go into lair if he wants, but no, he's ready to defend against the speedling force that is moving out. It looks like this is gonna be just kind of a reverse scenario. There's the couple of speedlings moving out here, a couple of banelings moving out there. Queen's getting ready to block the ramp.
And a lot of banelings on the way for goswser.
Wow, no kidding. It's like he's looking to bust this. And he did get, wow, he managed to get one baneling to explode. Forcing a baneling there, trading a ling for a baneling is always efficient, always what you want to do. But I don't know why he's marching forward with his banelings first. He really needs to. Why is he? No, don't. You need to. You could have been so much more effective. Did get a fair number of drone kills, left a few alive though, and didn't get the spine, didn't get a whole lot of lings. I don't know why he didn't just wait for 4 Zerglings to move forward first, 6 Zerglings to move forward first, and then move his banelings in behind it. Force the extra micro, force the... I'm not sure.
I think a bigger mistake was that the banelings kind of marched in one at a time. You know, there was one that went in, and then a pair that went in, and then the rest of the force arrived. They had all come in a cluster. Well, maybe that was to deter, you know, the HGW's banelings from just blowing up the whole pack, but at the same time, they're just so much less effective when they're not, or when they're being singled out like that.
Yep. It almost looked like he took that one to march in ahead of time. He's like, you, Zergling, go marching in. He's like, I'm a baneling, sir. I don't care. Go marching in first. Oh, okay. We do have the third for each player just going down. Great timing between the two of them.
Now, almost 1,000 minerals in the bank for HGW here. I wonder what he is planning to do with that.
The lair is fairly even on both ends. goswser is just a little bit behind, and yeah, at this point it's like you said, what do you do with 1,000, and where are they going to go in terms of tech path? Wait for that layer to pop. And HGW is really looking forward. I mean, he's not banking it for mutas because he's still going to have what, 200 seconds, 100 seconds before that even pops. But now with the layer finish, looking for the tech, something, anything.
They're trying to deny the third of HGW here, but they're repelled by the banelings of HGW.
Roach is on the way. I mean, like you, I'm sitting here. He's 1,300 minerals. What is he spending it on? Does he not have larvae? He's got plenty of larvae. He's making more drones.
He's only 6 supply behind. I'm curious. He's got 1,400 now in the bank. Where's he going with this?
What is he gonna do? Second evolution chamber. Carapace 2 started. Roach speed started, so it's like he wants to go infestor style. He's been able to drop an infestation pit for the longest time. He's actually, it looks like he just now saturated his second gas of the natural, because I saw a few drones, or a couple of drones with minerals going into it. So it's like maybe he had forgotten that at some point. He is trying to create a queen, but he's very supply blocked. Did he just forget overlords, I wonder? Is that why he's had so many minerals?
Wow, he's morphing 8 overlords right now.
I think he just forgot. He had 4 on the way. He's still, both of them sitting at 1,000. What are you two doing? Pick something. Damn it. We do have drop tech coming in for goswser. We don't have the increased overlord speed, but that of course is sure to follow. And we have a few spine crawlers going down in front for HGW.
This is kind of interesting. goswser, still playing that defensive style that he normally does in ZVZ, just kind of building up his roaches, building up his Zerglings and banelings. Well, let's see, 3 more spine crawlers for HGW, which is kind of interesting.
And it was the 12 roaches that he ended up dumping his money into, and no infestation pit. I'm very confused by this. Was it HGW? I'm getting my Zerg players a little confused. Was it HGW who didn't like infestors? Or was that Sasquatch?
I think it was Sasquatch.
Or was it Tropical Bob?
I don't know.
Or was it Ghost User? I'm so confused. We do have speed for Overlords is getting ready to finish relatively soon. It's actually, Ventshore Sax takes 130 seconds. Pneumatized Carapace takes 60. So he actually timed it so that the two finish at the same time. He's getting ready for a very, very big Roach Infestor, or Roach Ling timing push. And this is going to be... Where are the Overlords? They're kind of scattered around here. But yeah, now he's moving forward. There's the cluster moving across the map. And yes, all of his units are rallied to get into the Overlords, rallied to scoop up into the welcoming arms, because best hugs is OV hugs.
Of course.
Unless you're Protoss, in which case, Sideblade hugs are pretty awesome too. Yeah, this is going to be a massive drop, man.
Yeah, his entire army's been loaded up into these Overlords, and look how split up they are just to...
No kidding. They're just all over the place. In case of any infestors coming in, I guess, he's going to march over the entire third and the entire army and going to drop straight into the main. He's not going to lose a single Overlord.
HCW faced with a little bit of indecision. He wasn't sure if he wanted to go for the base raid or come back and defend.
And the thing is, now Ghost User has the arc around the ramp to get up. A Queen has been taken out, some Zerglings and Banelings are heading down into the mineral line, and no, he's going for a base race. He doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know where to go. But he's not going to win a base race, he can't win a base race with this.
Well, he can't go into his main, because all the roaches at the top of the ramp will just crush anything that tries to get up there. So he really has no other choice, but now his units are just streaming across the map.
And they're going to move in and align. Now, Ghosty User is trying to get what army he can, but he's making 13 spine crawlers all up in the main. He can sacrifice the third, he can sacrifice the natural, and then he can just sit pretty on 13 spines that are parked all above. There are no overlords to get high ground vision. 13 spines across the top, that and all the buildings are almost dead anyway.
How about 21 spines?
Oh, good lord, now 14 more on the way. Yeah, and when you've got the money, dump into it, why not? The HCW is making a lot of spines of his own that just finished. He did have some Banelings connect, but there are just too many roaches. There are just too many roaches. There are like 30 odd roaches here. And HCW is moving up, trying to, after he sees all these spine crawlers, there's no way. He knows the roach count is 33 for HCW, 38 for Ghosty User. And Ghosty is going to take this series 2-0.
Yeah, the supplies, yep, there's the GG.
Fantastic play on Ghosty User to just, like, that... I heard, like, the Wings of the Valkyries, was it? Flight of the Valkyries, playing. As the Overlords just casually fly over the entirety of the base and just drop on in. So
yeah, one thing roaches are not good at is shooting up. So the Overlord's just able to fly right over. The only thing that was dealing damage to them were the Queens, and it takes a little bit of time for a Queen to kill an Overlord.
Just a little bit. So we do have, let's see, Ghosty User has moved on, and he is going to be playing against Cap'n, and then the winner of that will play against Sasquatch in the grand final.